Hi guys, today I'm gonna show you how I built a custom DIY power amplifier from scratch for my workshop and these legendary S90 speakers. It all started right here. Engineered the whole enclosure and layout in Fusion 360. Let's dive into the build process and test how it sounds. Here are all the parts we need, and this is the enclosure I've already 3D printed. The print quality turned out amazing, and everything is ready for the assembly. Let's get into it. The heart of this audio setup is the proven TPA3116 amp board. Dropping it into the enclosure and securing it tightly in place. Also, I added a hefty 3300 microfarad capacitor to the power line. This will completely eliminate voltage drops during heavy bass hits. Next up, installing the Bluetooth board and securing it inside the enclosure with hot glue. This is for streaming music wirelessly straight from a smartphone. To power the Bluetooth module with a safe 5 volts, I'm adding a DC-DC buck converter to the circuit. This keeps the voltage clean and stable. Moving on to the front panel, finishing up the enclosure and adding a tone control board. This will let me tweak the frequencies manually and push these speakers to their absolute limit. Since I plan to power this amp using a standard power bank, I'm installing a 20-volt PD trigger. This makes the whole setup fully portable and ready to blast anywhere without an outlet. I'm also adding a physical power switch and 2 LEDs. These will give me a clear status indication, one for the PD trigger and the other for the amplifier itself. Now, let's start wiring all the components together. We'll begin with the negative line to properly hook up the common ground for the entire system. While everything is still easy to reach, let's go ahead and wire up the power for our LED indicators. Next, let's move on to the positive line. We'll do a partial assembly here and route the main positive wire right through our power switch. Since we're running high voltage here, I'm adding a 1k ohm resistor to the LED circuit so they don't blow up from the 20 volts. Now, we're routing the main positive line right to our amp board. Power delivery is set, and the board will get its solid 20 volts. Next, we're routing power to our DC-DC buck converter. Now it's ready to step down the incoming 20 volts to a safe 5 volts. Now that the Bluetooth module is powered up, we're routing the audio signal line over to the tone control board. Since I'm only using a single speaker, we're summing the channels and routing a clean mono signal from the tone control board straight into the amplifier. Next, I'm installing a terminal block for the speaker wires. This turns the amplifier into a universal device, making it super easy to connect to absolutely any speaker setup. Alright, the entire internal layout is fully assembled and wired up. This is what the heart of our portable amplifier looks like. All that's left is to put the cover on and finish up the assembly. Our custom amp is fully built and ready for its first test run. Almost forgot the final touch, installing the potentiometer knobs. Now tweaking the sound will be super smooth, and it gives the build that clean, finished look. Alright, it's test time. Let's hook up our amp to a high-capacity power bank that will feed it those 20 volts. Let's see what this little beast can do. This amplifier turned out to be absolute overkill. It rocks these massive S90 speakers with ease. It's awesome having this much headroom in such a compact setup. Drop a comment down below with your thoughts on this build. What should I upgrade next? And what kind of projects do you want to see inside the next video? See ya!